Contagious. Why things catch on. Every day, countless products, ideas, and pieces of content compete for attention. Most are ignored. A few go viral. The question is, why? Jonah Berger's research reveals that it's not about luck, or even the quality of the idea itself. It's about psychology. In Contagious, Berger shows us that certain principles make things more likely to be talked about and shared. He studied everything from fast food items to political campaigns, YouTube sensations to offline urban legends. The results? Virality is not random, it's engineered. Successful ideas, he argues, follow a pattern. They tap into deep social behavior. They make people feel something. They get triggered by everyday environments. They become visible, valuable, and story-worthy. And that's what this book delivers. A practical, science-backed framework called STEPS. 6 principles that make content contagious. Whether you're a startup founder trying to launch a product, a nonprofit trying to spread your mission, or a content creator looking to grow your brand, understanding these 6 triggers can help your message travel faster and farther without depending on advertising dollars. It's about making people your media. Chapter 1. Social currency. People share what makes them look good. We care deeply about how others perceive us. It shapes what we wear, what we say, and, most importantly, what we share. Social currency refers to the value people gain when sharing information that makes them look good, knowledgeable, or ahead of the curve. Think of someone discovering a hidden speakeasy, a boutique travel hack, or a little-known productivity tool. By sharing it, they become the expert, the trendsetter, the insider. Berger illustrates this with the example of Please Don't Tell, a secret bar in New York hidden behind a phone booth. It thrived, ironically, because it felt exclusive. And sharing the secret made patrons feel powerful. The implication is clear. If you want people to talk about your idea, make it something that enhances their identity. Give them something remarkable, unexpected, clever, or better yet, exclusive. People talk about things that make them look cool, funny, or informed. To apply this, build exclusivity or status into your brand experience. Create shareable moments, Easter eggs, or surprises. The more your content, product, or service elevates the person sharing it, the more likely they are to do so, enthusiastically and repeatedly. Chapter 2. Triggers. Top of mind means tip of tongue. A key reason people talk about one thing over another is simply that they're reminded of it. Triggers are environmental or contextual cues that bring ideas to the top of our minds and make us more likely to talk about them. Berger gives the example of how the song Friday by Rebecca Black saw spikes in views every Friday. Not because it was musically brilliant, but because Friday acted as a recurring trigger. Similarly, peanut butter triggers thoughts of jelly. Kit Kat sales spiked when a radio ad linked the candy with coffee, something many people drink daily. Coffee became a recurring trigger. The lesson? If you want people to talk about your product consistently, associate it with things they encounter often. Think of holidays, routines, events, locations, even emotions. The more frequently a trigger occurs in daily life, the more often your product or idea will be talked about, even if you're not present. Creating a lasting trigger might involve linking your brand to an event, habit, or emotion. It's not just about being viral in the moment. It's about being part of people's everyday mental landscape. Triggered content doesn't need to be flashy. It just needs to be repeatable. Chapter 3. Emotion. When we care, we share. Emotion drives action. We laugh, cry, gasp, and rage, and when something stirs us deeply, we instinctively want to share it. But not all emotions are created equal when it comes to virality. Berger's research shows that high arousal emotions, like awe, amusement, excitement, anger, or anxiety, are far more likely to generate sharing than low arousal ones like sadness or contentment. The reason? High arousal emotions energize us. They activate the body and stimulate the mind. That physiological activation spills over into behavior, like clicking share. For example, stories that spark awe, like a baby hearing for the first time, or outrage, like corporate injustice, spread because they hit us where we live, emotionally. So if you want your message to spread, don't just deliver a clever headline or a polished pitch. Make people feel something. Tell stories that inspire, entertain, or challenge. Make them laugh out loud, feel fired up, or sit back and wonder. The stronger the emotional charge, the more your audience will pass it on. Don't chase neutrality, chase resonance. Because in a world full of information, feeling is the filter for what gets remembered and what gets shared. Chapter 4. Public. Built to show, built to grow. Humans are herd creatures. We copy what we see others doing, especially when we're uncertain. This phenomenon is called social proof, and it plays a massive role in what spreads. Berger emphasizes that visibility is crucial. If people can't see others using your product or idea, they won't think to try it themselves. He uses the example of Apple's decision to rotate their MacBook logo so it faces others when the laptop is open. Small change, huge visibility. It turned Apple users into walking billboards. Similarly, the Movember movement grew because participants wore their mustaches publicly. It was activism on your face. Berger introduces the idea of behavioral residue, evidence left behind that behavior occurred. Think of charity wristbands, checkout donation prompts, or viral TikTok challenges. These visible artifacts act as reminders and prompts for others to join in. So design your products, campaigns, and content to be observed in the wild. Make them wearable, shareable, or post-worthy. The easier it is for people to see others engaging with your idea, the more likely they are to copy it. Make your movement visible, then let the world become your megaphone. Chapter 5. Practical value. News you can use. People don't just share to look good or feel good, they also share to help. We're wired to assist others by passing on knowledge that can make life easier, cheaper, or better. This is why how-to articles, hacks, reviews, and limited-time deals spread like wildfire. But not all helpful content gets shared. Berger points out that the way you frame the value matters. People are more likely to act on content that is clearly defined, bite-sized, and easy to apply. Vague value doesn't spread. Clear, specific, and well-structured value does. Framing and packaging are everything. Think headlines like, "Save $200 a month with this 10-minute habit," versus "How to manage money better." Same concept, completely different impact. People respond to immediacy, relatability, and clarity. And timing matters. Useful content is more likely to be shared if it's relevant right now. Seasonal, urgent, or time-sensitive information generates more clicks and forwards than evergreen material. So if you want your idea to spread, make it immediately useful. Save time, money, or stress, and make it easy to understand. When people know they're helping others by sharing, they do so with speed and pride. Chapter 6. Stories. Information travels through narrative. We are storytelling animals. For centuries, long before written language, humans passed wisdom, warnings, and cultural identity through narrative. Berger explains that stories are the vessels in which ideas travel. If you want your message to stick, embed it inside a compelling story. But not every story spreads. Viral stories are emotional, visual, and structured in a way that naturally builds tension and release. Most importantly, the product or idea must be integral to the story. If it's tacked on at the end, people may remember the tale but forget you. Berger shares the example of the $100 cheesesteak at Barclay Prime, a luxury item that wasn't meant to sell but to get talked about. The steak became the hook, the story got told, and the restaurant's brand spread with every retelling. You don't need to be extreme to succeed. You need to be memorable. Wrap your core message in a narrative that others want to share. Make it emotional, visual, and socially relevant. Stories humanize. They travel faster than data and last longer than ads. And when they carry your message within them, they don't just entertain, they convert. Outro. Make it contagious by design, not chance. Viral success isn't magic, it's method. By understanding what people share and why they share it, you can design content, products, and campaigns that move through networks with power and purpose. The STEPPS framework: social currency, triggers, emotion, public, practical value, and stories, provides a repeatable process for making anything more contagious. Whether you're launching a new business, running a political campaign, advocating for a cause, or just trying to grow your personal brand, these tools help you turn attention into action. The biggest shift? Stop thinking about you. Think about them. What do they want to share? What will make them feel seen, smart, or helpful? Design your ideas with the sharer in mind, not the seller. Because in a world of algorithms and ad fatigue, the most powerful distribution engine isn't a platform. It's people. This was Contagious by Jonah Berger. Brought to you by Success Resources Books Insights. You don't need to become more. You need to become present. This is more than mindset. It's a mission. Keep seeking, keep growing, keep giving. And together, let's make the world rich again.